Broadcasting.
Good morning and welcome to our webinar on our new Essentials release for Creatio. We thank you for joining us today to discuss this exciting new integration. Just a reminder to everyone that we will always record these and send them out to you afterwards with any additional relevant information, and that if you have any questions at all throughout, you can always enter those in the chat box and we will do our best to get to them. So let's quickly go over our agenda and then I'll pass the floor over to run through what these essentials are all about. So we'll start with just a quick overview of Starfish ETL. Who is Starfish ETL? What is the solution? And then what are essentials? So we'll do a quick overview of that. Then we're going to specifically talk about the Creatio Xero integration, which is why we're all here today. The pricing for that integration, implementation options that are available for that, and then of course our contact information so you can get a hold of us if you have any questions or comments. So with that, I am going to turn the floor over to our VP of Channel Sales, Trisha Kate, to get us going.
Good morning. Thank you, Janine, and welcome everyone. So Starfish is an iPaaS, or an integration platform as a service, and it's a single system, but you're going to see we have a couple of ways to access and utilize that today. We have over 75 connectors, and we're adding them at a rapid pace. I believe at our last quarterly meeting, we announced somewhere between 8 and 10 new connectors just since our last quarter meeting. So we're really moving forward with a lot of connectors, and to let you migrate and integrate the data that you need to. Starfish is a low-code solution. So what that means is that you can get in and do a majority of the work you need to do just by clicking. So first name to first name, I'm going to map that, last name to last name, but it also lets you do some of the heavy lifting as well. We support 4 different programming languages, and then we have a lot of tools in there that make data transformation operations, things like variables and things like that, concatenating information together. We make that all very easy, but being a low-code solution, again, a majority of the work is done very easily, and then we do let you do some really powerful customizations to your integrations and migrations. We specialize in assisting folks with on-prem or legacy applications, and I'm seeing a lot of this right now as we're all in these really interesting times. I'm seeing folks migrate towards cloud-based systems. I've seen quite an uptick in this, and so being able to help people either integrate with those on-prem solutions or databases, or migrate to a cloud solution, we're really good at being able to access that information and get you access to the data that you need. And we have pre-built migrations and integrations as well. We've had the pre-built migrations for a while, but the pre-built integrations are new. This is our second Essentials package, which is, again, pre-built integrations that you can get up and running in a day. But we've had a lot of pre-built migrations for quite some time, and I'll show you how to access those here in just a moment. So Starfish is a single system, an iPaaS, but we give you several different ways to utilize it, which helps us specialize in those on-prem situations and those pre-built integrations and migrations. So first is the migration wizard. And so you have 2 ways to access the system. So I'll actually just jump over here really quick. We have the migration wizard, so you can go to migrate@starfishetl.com. Right now, this is currently CRM to CRM migrations, but it's really a DIY tool. We have a lot of pre-built maps. So you can just go to migrate.starfishetl.com, choose the system that you're migrating from, choose the system that you're migrating to, and we have a pre-built map. I'm not going to run through all of this, just wanted to give you a quick peek at what we offer. And as you can see, there's quite a few to choose from here. So you can choose your various CRM systems, and then you'll just run through and connect and connect with those various systems, review the map. You can do some custom fields, you'll do a test load, and then you can actually enter your credit card right in this solution and do your migration. And this is actually just one way to access our full Starfish ETL application. And in this tool, if you find it does not have what you need, as far as maybe you do need access to concatenating information or those 4 different programming languages, you really want to do some powerful data transformations right from this application, you can move your project over to our designer and use the full iPass tool for your migration. And here's where you can build your own integrations as well. So I don't want to spend too much time here. We're really here to focus on the essentials, but having a good understanding of what the essentials are built on is really handy. So that's Starfish ETL. So the migration wizard, again, the cloud designer. So you'll notice if you visit the Starfish website, which we all encourage you to do, starfishetl.com, you'll see the website says CRM migration, which is what we just looked at, the migration wizard, and CRM integrations. But we really are moving towards a concept of anything to anything, right? If we have over 75 connectors, that means you can connect any of these connectors to something else. So very nice list here. And again, that's growing at a rapid pace, these smart connectors that let you access the data that you're using. And so the last piece I wanted to talk about with Starfish is our ability to access your on-prem data. And this doesn't have to be an application. This can be your SQL data or whatever it is you're using. But we have the Starfish Ray and some other ways we can configure Starfish, but secure ways to access that on-prem application or data and then integrate it with your cloud-based application or your other on-prem, or migrate from your on-prem applications up to the cloud. So really flexible solution here with Starfish, and we're very pleased to start offering pre-built integrations for various applications, and we're coming out with new ones about every month, a little bit over a month, but and we're hoping to stay at that pace. And our previous and first essentials package was Creatio and HubSpot. So we did that announcement, I think, a little over a month ago. And actually, if you go here back to the website, you're going to be able to see our essentials page. And as we roll these out, so we talk all about what the essentials packages are, and then you'll see here the individual essentials and be able to access information about the ones we've released already. So again, Creatio HubSpot is done, and the video for the webinar should be available there on the website if you want to learn more about that. But today's focus is Creatio and Xero. So the idea with Essentials is that we have this pre-built integration, and it's not done through the migration wizard. That's purely migration. So you'll end up in our cloud designer, and I'll show you the screen here in just a moment of how you put this together, but you'll be able to access that map and customize it to fit your needs in a day. You can be running up and running with our pre-built integration on day one. And I mean, if we think about integrating our ERP and CRM data, it brings a lot to the table. And it's a really nice way to, sometimes organizations think about moving to other systems that maybe either integrate with what they have in-house, or maybe a system that offers them this integration they need as a whole, but maybe they're losing some other features, or they don't want to move, or that's a really expensive endeavor to move from one system to another. So we can join your systems, connect your systems together, so you can utilize what you have in-house. Everything's easier to access. I know as a salesperson, it's really handy for me when I'm working with my customers to be able to say, oh yes, we sent you that invoice, or we didn't send you that invoice, or here's your paid invoice, or here's the products that you've ordered on your last invoice, or have all that information at my fingertips, so that I don't need to go ask somebody and get back to the customer. So that really improves the customer service experience, being able to answer all of their questions that they have while you're speaking with them, and it's really efficient. I know in previous years in my my working experience, I have spent a lot of time manually logging this information because I like to have it. I don't like to go ask. So I will manually put invoices and sales orders and products in the CRM system, and that's really something that doesn't need to be happening. We can integrate that information so you have it pretty darn close to real time. In fact, and you're eliminating the possibility of typos and duplicate entry, and now all of your data is in one place. So I can run analytics that include, so I'm not running separate analytics. Here's what we're doing in finance, and here's what we're doing over in sales and marketing. I can combine those analytics and really see the big picture of what's happening in my organization. And with the essentials, that lets you have this integration again starting day one. You can customize it to fit your own needs. You don't have to utilize everything that we put in the package, but you can definitely add more, and do other integrations as well. So it's really a fantastic system, and integrations usually can be pretty complex. So hopefully we're taking some of the complexity out of the integration process. So if we look at what's in the Creatio Xero integration, we've got accounts to contacts. So Xero is contact centric. So we can take those accounts from Creatio and put them into Xero. And then the contacts themselves are bidirectional. So we share this information back and forth as it's either new contacts are added or changes are made to the contacts in either system. They're shared between the two, which is really nice. And in Xero, you've got several, you've got contact 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it takes care of all of that. Janine, Zoom is telling me my internet connection is unstable. Could you let me know if, can you hear me?
On my end,
Everything going well on your end?
yeah, it sounds fine here. If anyone is noticing
Okay,
an issue
good.
with that, just chat us and let us know.
Good. Just want to check in. I have had experiences where I'm 20 minutes in and they lost me 20 minutes ago. So just I'll keep an eye on things if this continues to tell me that we're having difficulties. But thank you. And we're also sharing information between the products for products. There we go. So, this information's used in your invoices and sales orders and so forth. So it's really important to have that information shared as well. And then we've got the sales orders going from Xero to Creatio, and the invoices as well. And so this is not just an attachment for those who are wondering. This is the actual sales order header information, invoice header information, and then the line item details. So if you think about these documents that you're creating, these items that you're creating, you have all the information up at the top about who you're selling to, and then the individual line items, and we move all of that over from Xero to Creatio for you. And then we also have payments. So really nice. And one thing we're trying to do with the Essentials package is really streamline these base maps so that you pretty much know, unless the products we're working with don't support a specific feature, and in this case, everything's working great. But let's just say in the future, we're working with a CRM that doesn't let us move products over or something like that. I can't imagine that happening. But in that case, the base map would change. But we're really trying to stick with this layout going forward as we're doing these Essentials products, so that you pretty much know that CRM to ERP will look like this moving forward. And we're doing the same thing. Our previous Essentials was marketing automation, HubSpot, and Creatio CRM. So we will be rolling those types of integrations out in the future, and we're really going to try and stick with the same map that we offered for the HubSpot and Essentials. So, so here's where we get in. I just briefly touched on Starfish back in my browser, but here we are at the import. So if you wanted to log into the Cloud Designer and start your integration in a day, you could do that here. And we go to projects. And then once you're in projects, you come to import, and you can choose your CRM system, choose your ERP system. You should have your connectors. So when you initially log in, you don't just jump here first, right? So you'll create your connectors to the systems that you're utilizing, and test them, make sure that you can access them. And it's such an easy process for the cloud-based solutions. You know, it might be OAuth or something of that, or you can put in your token and your username, password, and you're connected. Some on-prem systems take a little bit more work because they are on-prem and there's security issues around that, of course. But creating connectors or utilizing the connectors, we create the connectors, you utilize them, is really easy. And that's one of the major things with Starfish is not only are we helping you map this information back and forth to fit your needs exactly, but we've got all these smart connectors that let you quickly have access to the applications and data that you're using today. So we choose the connectors that we've set up, and our login information is already in those, and then we give it a name. Now you'll see over here that we have the pre-built map already here defined, but you can come in and change it. Maybe you don't want the contact information to go in the direction we've specified, which is just here going from CRM to ERP. So you can see the arrows are defining which way things are going. So when you choose one of our essentials packages, the map will show up and look like the previous screen where we have bi-directional contact information and mostly finance information going from ERP to CRM, but you can come in here and edit that. And once you're done, you'll hit the button and then there's your map. And at that point, you can, again, customize that, do any data transformations that you need to do and so forth. And then I just want to touch on this portion over here. I mentioned the wizard, and you can get in and choose your CRM system that you're moving from and the one you're moving to. Those same maps are here in the Cloud Designer. So you can utilize those same maps. So I actually do that a lot. You know, from a sales perspective, I'm talking about Starfish every day. I can't remember every single map that we have, so I'll pop into the migration wizard quickly before I call a prospect and say, oh, you're moving from CRM X to CRM Y. Here's our pre-built map, and I can see that in the migration wizard. So I just love how quick this is to get us where we need to be. So future essentials. Right now, and I say that jokingly because I think we keep shuffling the cards, right? So our next plan is to integrate Acumatica and Creatio. So you'll see, I don't know if you've noticed, but we've got a thing going here. It's all about Creatio initially. And that's really the way we want to approach the essentials moving forward is we have a core product we're working with, in this case, Creatio. So we've done Creatio HubSpot. Now we've done Creatio Xero. Next, we want to do Creatio Acumatica. But we're being a little bit flexible in this roadmap because if a customer comes to us and they have they have a map request that's on our essentials roadmap, we'll probably pop that up to the top of the list and get that done for them. So we are being a little bit flexible here. But the plan here is to finish the integrations for Creatio, so you'll see future ones for things like MYOB, but then we really want to move on to HubSpot as our core product, and we've already done HubSpot Creatio, so one of those is done, and we have done customer implemented integrations between HubSpot and Sugar, HubSpot and Infor CRM. So moving those into the essentials realm is going to be fairly easy for us. And so that's really our plan moving forward. And then Microsoft Dynamics, forgot about this one, and Sage 100. We're definitely going to do some of the Dynamics products for Creatio, and then Sage 100 might be on the list as well because we get a lot of requests for Sage 100, and it's really fantastic because I actually have a very long history, decades, with Sage 100, and a lot of integration solutions out there. They have to work with what's called BOI, Business Objects Interface, and it's a lot of programming to get integrated with Sage 100. And what we've done is we've built a web service connector. So those customers on-prem customers. And we have a connector that makes it so much easier than what folks normally need to do to integrate with Sage 100. So we're very excited about that and look forward to working with Creatio and Sage 100 customers moving forward. Okay, pricing and implementation. So our normal pricing, if you look, I want to point this out here on our website. Yep, I'm on the Essentials page. Deneen, it says my CRM is unstable. I guess it's just an unstable day. So here's our pricing. So you can come and take a look. We have the wizard pricing here. The migration wizard is based on the records that you are actually migrating. So we really are trying to make this as seamless as possible. So you, again, you get in and migrate from CRM system 1 to 2. It'll count up your records and tell you how much that migration is going to be. And there's a link in the system so that you can see, so you have some idea of what you're going to be looking at for this migration before you hit the button, before it counts the records. And then if you want to use the Cloud Designer to do your migration, and again, you can just with a click of a button move from our migration wizard to the Cloud Designer. It's a flat $1,495 for 60 days. And then we have our integration options. And so this is where the Xero Creatio integration fits in. So please feel free to visit Starfish ETL and the pricing page to see what comes with the integration as far as support and so forth. And then you'll see our professional edition, and then our enterprise is multiple connectors and then unlimited connectors. So you can really do some in-depth integrations across your entire organization. So again, the Xero Creatio is $200 a month, and the Creatio Xero map integration is included. You'll just log in and like I showed you, where you can just choose your Xero and Creatio connectors, and then you'll see your map there. We do have mentoring programs. So so just personally, I wouldn't, if I had no idea about databases and migrations and integrations and putting things together, I don't, even though we're making it as simple as it possibly can be, I highly recommend that folks be familiar with the systems that they're integrating and understand databases and data types and so forth. And if not, we have professional services. We have a channel of Starfish partners that you can work with, that we can refer you to, or your partners, your Xero partner or your Creatio partner. If we're not already working with them, we would love to work with them and bring them up to speed on Starfish so that they can get your systems integrated for you. If you are familiar with databases and feel comfortable knowing the entities inside of your the applications Xero and Creatio that you're using. And what I mean by entities is you understand accounts and contacts and how sales orders and everything works. We do have a mentoring program to bring you up to speed on Starfish. Again, we can do the one-day get it done integration, but if you want to do any of those customizations or use those advanced features of Starfish, we are here to help you. So we have those mentoring programs. So feel free to reach out and contact us. Give us a call, shoot us an email, visit starfishetl.com. The tools that I've mentioned today are at your fingertips from the website. And again, we are here to answer any questions that you might have. And just in case any of you are solution providers, even Xero or Creatio or even other applications, promoting other applications, and you'd like to include Starfish in what you're offering your customers, we would love to contact to work with you. So feel free to reach out and give me a call. My contact information is there on the screen. And that is all I have today. Do we have any questions, Deneen?
Hey, Tricia. Yes, we do. I think one of them was asked while you were getting to the implementation and pricing page, so I think you already answered it, but
I'd love to go over it again.
they just wanted to know if we provide support for the integration.
Oh, absolutely. Well, there's two things when you think about it. There's support and implementation. So in the pricing that I showed, and let's see if it, yep, here we go. So in the pricing, I know my font is really small, but here in the pricing is what you get as far as support hours that come out of the box with the application. So if you're having any issues, you can reach out to us. Let's see if I can move my little Zoom guy here because he's in the way. Move that and I'll show you our support. So this is a somewhat new support portal and we're pretty happy with it. Oh, actually this is going to pop up as, well, we don't need to look at that. Let's see if I can log out really fast. Log out, log out. Okay, well, we don't need to see the admin for the support portal. But anyways, you go to support.starfishetl.com and you'll see forums, you'll see a knowledge base, you can submit a ticket there. If you email support@starfishetl.com, that opens a ticket in our ticketing system. So feel free to use that, and that support's included, but implementation's a bit different. So if you need assistance from us to help you get this up and running, maybe do some customizations after you get up and running, whatever you need, we are here to help you. We have a professional services team, and so just reach out. We'll have a discussion about your requirements and get your project up and running for you.
Awesome, thank you. And then there was one other question.
Other questions?
Can I do other integrations in addition to my essentials?
Absolutely. So let's see. What do I want to show off? What do I have here? Actually, let's do this. So the answer is a big yes. and I actually think it's an essential thing for organizations to get all of their applications integrated. So again, today we're talking about ERP to CRM. You know, e-commerce to ERP is so crucial. So there's so many things that you can do. Again, marketing automation and CRM is something we've talked about. Excuse me, I have to, oh, and I'm out of coffee. That's unfortunate. There we go. I've got a tickle. I'm about to cough. So, but marketing automation, CRM, getting those leads into your CRM system, getting marketing automation updated with what your sales team is doing. So that's all in HubSpot. So you can see how the customers are engaging. It goes on and on. Your data warehouses, everything, in my opinion, should be connected. And what a wonderful thing, you know, stop those data silos. So absolutely, we've got all of these connectors waiting for you to use them inside of Starfish. And then with the pricing model, we come over here. So in the pricing model, if you want to add integrations, add connectors or integrations to what you're doing, you have to be here in the professional edition, right? So if we come down here, you'll see additional integrations, $200 a month. And then once you get up to, I think it's 5, if I count on my fingers correctly, you're at the enterprise level. And then, you know, I'm working with a company right now that has 18 different things that they are integrating. So they're here in the ultimate edition at $2,000 a month. So absolutely scalable. And we love to help customers get all of their systems integrated.
That is fantastic. Those are the only 2 questions we have thus far, but of course, you know, if there are any follow-up questions to this that anyone has after the fact, we will be sending out this recording either later today or early tomorrow. If you want to share this recording with anybody in your organization, or, you know, when you receive that email, if you have a question that comes up, you can simply just reply to that email, and we will get your question in that way. But we'll also put in that contact information that Tricia had up in addition in the email so that you just have an easy way to access us.
Very good. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Deneen, for your assistance and being with me here today. And we look forward to working with you.
Absolutely. Thanks everybody, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day today.